What's up, everybody? 289 coming at you today with another Marvel Crisis Protocol video. And today we're doing a character spotlight on Dr. Voodoo, the most taken character in League Season 7. And I'm going to get into why and talk about him for a bit. Anyways, as you guys can do me a favor, subscribe to the boys' channel, like, dislike the video, comment down below, give me your thoughts on Mr. Voodoo, and just give me your opinion. I mean, off this video, I will be doing more character spotlights. Today I just Dr. Voodoo because he's the most taken character. The next one will be Black Cat. Probably the... I don't like that character a lot. I'm not a fan of her. But without further ado, let's get into Dr. Voodoo, okay? And I put a secure and extract, two popular secures and extracts as an example and how powerful Dr. Voodoo is. Let's look at the card for a second, okay? And right now, right away, so you take a look at him. He's health 6, moves medium, size 2, 4 health, 224. For defense, physical, and energy, and then Mystic is 4. And you just sit here and look to yourself, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, well, I mean, his defenses are kind of low. I mean, why is this character talked about a lot? We're gonna get into his rules, and we're gonna find out why. All right, so let's get into his builder for a second. Mystic attack, range 3. The other thing to keep in mind too is that Dr. Voodoo is on a big base, so with that being said, his one medium move, depending on the scenario, he should be able to walk once, be able to do this attack freely, depending on where you are, within range 1 of an extract or secure. He's most likely going to reach you, and he's most likely going to attack you and just get his game started, right? So let's just get into it. After attack is resolved, you gain power equal to damage dealt, right? Not just that, sap power. Sap power is very, very strong in the game. It's very good. I don't know. I know people have talked about. I've heard some of the players talk about this. Maybe needs to be reworked. I don't know. I'm not going to get into all that. All I know is that it's very strong, very powerful. Sapping power. I mean, from if you played Enchantress, if you've played Vision with the beams and all that stuff, you guys know how powerful it is. I mean, getting extra power from a wild is insane. And basically, this attack gets Dr. Voodoo's game going and what he can do. So it right off the bat, really strong attacks. Mystic defense is like about average on a lot of players. I mean, on a lot of characters. So it's a really good stuff. It's one of the best attacks in the game for sure as of right now. Staff of Legbuzz is builder, 3 power cost, not expensive, not one of those 6 power cost or 7 power cost builders that don't do jack. This one's actually not bad. On the wild, it's power burn. Before damage is dealt, the target character loses 1 power for each wild in the attack roll. The attacker suffers 1 damage for each power lost in the way and does not gain power for damage suffered as a result of power burn. So that's pretty good. That's really, really strong. I melted a... I mean, there was one time I used this character and I attacked a Hulk and I rolled a whole ton of wilds and I took a whole bunch of power from him and did a whole bunch of damage to him like out of nowhere. It was insane. So now let's get to the meat and potatoes and why this character is really strong and why this character is taken in almost every freaking roster, okay? Possession. Let's talk about it. This character may spend any number of power to use this superpower. So now, let's get into this. His builder builds power off of damage. Check. Sap power. Roll a wild. I take power. Check. On average, turn 1, you should probably be at... Because you start off with 1 power. And now this is before leaderships or like tactics cards get played to add a power to make this easier for you. You should be on average having 3 to 4 power after this attack. Probably. If the dice go your way and you're hitting and you're doing a certain thing, you should probably be at 3 or 4 power. Why that's significant is from there, if you have 3 to 4, if you have 4 power, your range to use this ability is from threat 2 to 4. That's a lot of characters. Okay? So choose an enemy character within 3 of this character with a threat value equal to or lower than the amount of power spent to use this superpower. The enemy character, you drop all objective tokens. It is holding. Okay. Oh, sorry about that there. It's holding. Move the Brother Daniel token onto the character. While that character has the Brother Daniel token, it cannot interact with, hold, or contest objective tokens. Now, why that's huge, I'm going to give you an example. Okay, so let's go ahead and, I don't know, Let's add a character trait here. Let's add another character here. Let's get a favorite. I don't know. Let me see. Let's add a character here. I should have had this prepared, but I didn't. Let's just add a character. I don't know. Sure. Let's just go Black Cat. Why not? Let's just do Black Cat. Okay. Black Cat. Let's just do her. Let's just say she ends up somewhere. I don't know. Because let's just say she ends up somewhere about right here. I don't know. Hey, you're playing, right? You're getting the outside of 1 or something like that. You know, you get out to here or something. Let's bring in Dr. Voodoo. Let's turn on the deployment lines. Let's get Dr. Voodoo out to here. Right? You're within 1. You're at the max of 1 there, right? You're not thinking anything. You're just playing the game. And Black Cat has stealth, by the way, so you have to be within range 3 for this to work. So, let's go ahead. Now watch me not roll what I need to roll here. Hold on a minute. Turn off, yeah. Give power to Voodoo. Okay. Now, let me set up this scenario and let's keep reading this tactics cards. Or let's keep reading the superpowers here, okay? The other thing you need to keep in perspective here, this is not once per turn. Okay? You can do this on multiple characters. It's not just a one character thing, okay? So, spiritual strength, choose an active terrain feature, both size 2, or an enemy character both size 2 or less within 2. Throw it small. This is pretty good as well. If you have the Brother Daniel token, you can choose a terrain feature, size 3 or less within 2, and you can only use this once per turn. This is fine. We don't need to talk about this any further. Recall Spirit. When this character is targeted by an attack, you may use a superpower. Move the Brother Daniel token to this character from anywhere. So there's no range specific on this. There's nothing like that. You just spend 2, you bring it back, you're done. Okay, and it's when you're targeted by an attack, you can do this. Spend the 2, bring back Brother Daniel, and then get back your defenses. Okay? Because the thing about the Brother Daniel token is right now you see his defenses is 224. So if he has the Brother Daniel token on him, his defenses go to 446. You're going to see why. Spirit, this innate is insane. Spirit of Brother Daniel. This character begins the game with the Brother Daniel token. While this character has the token, you add 2 dice to all of its defense and dodge rolls. Defense and dodge rolls, which is whatever. During the power phase, you may move the token from anywhere to this character. So now you have 2 ways to bring back the Brother Daniel token to recoup on your defenses, right? Whenever a character is dazed or KO'd while it has the Brother Daniel token, move the token to this character. That's 3 ways to bring back the Brother Daniel token. This character cannot have a Brother Daniel token except the one it begins the game with. When this character is removed from the battlefield, remove its Brother Daniel token. That's the 4th way to do it. You have to, my opinion on this is like, you're probably most likely not going to return the Brother Daniel token. There's going to be 2 times there's probably 2 times you're going to return the Brother Daniel token, okay? It's probably during the power phase when you want to recoup your defenses and all that stuff after you scored and denied the points and scored them. Or you're going to wait to get dazed. You're just going to wait to get dazed. I mean, I'm sorry, KO'd. I apologize. The problem with this is that you have to wait to KO him. And in this game, it's not easy to KO a character. It can be and it can't be. With the way dice spike in this game, it goes both ways. So, I mean, you can spend 3 to 4 turns trying to KO a character, and you never do, and then by then you probably lost the game because he's denied so many points. Right? So, yeah. So that's, as you can see, so that's the 4th way. So now, whenever this character rolls dice, after the effect is resolved, it gains 1 power if it rolled at least a failure. So it's whenever you roll dice. So every time you roll dice with Dr. Voodoo, secures, defense, dodge rolls, attack rolls, you're going to gain a power if you roll a failure. So now, as you can see, there's 1, 2, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 ways that this character can gain power, and it's pretty efficient. He can gain power from the saps. He can gain power for damage dealt. He can gain power from damage taken, because that doesn't stop. And then he can gain power from rolling a failure, which can happen. Yeah, failures are 1 out of 8, but you're rolling 5 or 6 dice. You're definitely going to get it at some point. So let's get into this. So let's say Black Cat did her thing. She goes up there, whatever, right? And, you're doing your thing. She has the hammer. Okay, cool. And I'm going to go ahead and start Dr. Voodoo's turn. Let's get into this here. Okay, I'm going to get there. We're within 3. I'm going to roll some dice. Okay. I'm going to do an attack. And I'm within range 3, so stealth doesn't work here. Okay. I start off with 1 power, and there's my sap. Granted, Black Cat probably doesn't have any power at this point, so this might not work. Let's see how Black Cat rolls. Okay. Oh, why can't I do this? Oh, okay, whatever. And of course, Black Cat blocks like a champ. Maybe this is not a good example. But yeah, either way, I mean, I rolled the wild there. I mean, I would get the sap. I mean, if I pelt in the damage and take a power or something, from there, what I would end up doing there is I would play the Brother Daniel token, right? And I didn't roll any failures. If I rolled some failures, there would have been better. I would go ahead, play the Brother Daniel token for 3, right? So let's just say in a cool world, in this situation, it did not happen. But in any scenario, I mean, this happens. So I'll go ahead and I'll spend the 3 power, put the Brother Daniel token onto Black Cat. Black Cat will then drop the token within 2, put it out to here. Granted, Dr. Voodoo cannot pick it up, but it doesn't matter. So I'll put the hammer out to here. Also, because she has the Brother Daniel token on her, she is not scoring this Extremis Council. I just denied my opponent 2 points, turn 1, right? And this is in the situation where I roll great dice, where I roll pretty average dice, and I get the 3 power and I can do this. Okay. Even if I did a damage and I go to 2, next turn I end up with 3 power. I could do the same thing and then just roll attacks, get the hammer, and then whatever. That's it, right? So right there, turn 1, I would have denied my opponent. 2 points there. It's insane. This is really, really strong, and this is why this character is taking. If anybody out there is wondering, how to play this character, why Dr. Voodoo is why he's taking so much in so many rosters right now, it's just because of that. Now, my thing is, I don't care that this character can do the possession thing. The rules just need to be reworked a little bit, okay? Now, what I mean by that is these are my changes that I would like to see for Dr. Voodoo, and if Atomic Mass Games sees this, they're probably not going to, and it is what it is. If they don't, whatever. But right now, I'm telling you, the people that play this game, casually, competitively, they feel the same way. I mean, he's just a bit overtuned. Now, if you just bring him down a little bit, right? Just do a couple things. He's still a strong character because possession is a really strong tactic. And I do like it. I do enjoy it. I think it's a good thing. It just needs to be reworked a little bit. Okay, I think it's just a bit overtuned. Now, what I would like for them to do with Dr. Voodoo with possession, honestly, it should be a once per turn. It should be a once per turn thing. Okay, because what you could end up doing in this situation is let me just read this again. Yeah, it doesn't say once per turn or anything like that. Granted, there's only one Brother Daniel token, so you can only hand it one at a time. But you can just, go ahead, bring it back, put it on somebody else, whatever. What I would do is just say it's once per turn. That way you cannot do it again. That's one thing I would do. Is do that. I know people are saying just make it an action. If they don't make it once per turn, then make it an action. Okay? If they don't make it once per turn, make it an action. If they don't want to make it an action and want to make this, they want this to be strong. They want this to be strong, and I don't disagree with it. With the time I say this needs to be strong, but it needs to be toned down a bit. So make it once per turn is my suggestion for possession. The other suggestion for me, at least in my opinion, The token should come back when he's dazed. I don't agree with removing him from the battlefield. I explained this earlier. I think KOs can happen. Sometimes they can happen quickly, 2 turns. Sometimes it can take 3 to 4 turns. I had a game where Juggernaut was dazed, top of turn 1, and he didn't KO the entire game. Like, it happens. Dice in this game happen. So I think on a daze, the Brother Daniel token should come back, and I should be rewarded because I dazed the character. I should be rewarded my points back. Okay? That's change number 2. Change number 3. And I was looking at something here that I'm not a fan of. Actually, no, that's it. I mean, for me, that's what I would do. That's just my opinion. Those are the 2 changes. So I would make it come back on a daze, because that doesn't happen right now. I would make the Brother Daniel token once per turn or an action. But me, I want to lean towards once per turn. You should not be allowed to do this multiple times. Now, granted, you have to go and recall the spirit and then do it again, I think. I could be wrong. There's someone in the comment section down below. Do you have to recall the Brother Daniel token to use it again? Or can you just use it again? It's on another character and you just put on another character. Like, let's say, for example, I put on Black Cat right now. I start top of turn 2. Somebody else is within the point. Can I go ahead and just spend the power, put it on another character, and it just leaves Black Cat? I think that's how it goes. But, yeah, so if it should return on a daze, and it should either be an action or a once per turn thing, I lean towards the once per turn. That's the camp I'm in at the moment. And if you just do those 2 things, I think Dr. Voodoo becomes a fair character. Well, he's still going to be strong. He's still going to be taken. But the fact that there's another way for me to return the Brother Daniel token, I can recoup my points, is the point, right? Is the point I'm trying to make, is what they should do with this character. The fact that you can deny 2 points turn 1 if the dice go your way, and you don't have to roll, you can literally roll at like a little bit below average and still get there. On a sap and a wild, on a sap and a sap and a wild and a failure, if you roll those 2, that gets you to 3 power, by the way. And it's totally dependent on if Black Cat has a power on her. I completely understand it. But from there, all you got to do is a damage, which isn't hard. You just do damage and roll a failure. You get to 3. So you don't have to roll amazing dice. Maybe consider taking away the failure for the power gain. I don't know. I don't think so. It's a 1 out of 8. It is what it is. That being said, but yeah, if you do those 2 changes, and if AMG ever watches this video, I would recommend that. If you guys can do that, that'd be great. It's a quick fix. Like, you could do it tomorrow. You can do it tomorrow or an hour from now, and this character would still be taken a lot, still be played, and he would just make more sense. He would just make sense. Because right now, he's just really, really strong with his point denial. And that 2-point swing is huge. Trust me, it'll cascade. It'll snowball from the 2-point loss that you had there. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. Sorry, I'm doing this off the top of my head. I don't have a script or nothing like that. I'm just doing it straight from the dome. All right, straight from here. But yeah, that's it for me. This is my character spotlights on Dr. Voodoo. Why he's strong. And just changes that I would do to the character. And you noticed it's literally just a couple things. Like, I feel like all the characters in this game are like a couple of things away from being like on the curve, or if they're above the curve, you can bring them back to it. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's just a few things, and that's why I like this game a lot. It's just, if you just change those few things, these characters will still be good. You know what I mean? Like you saw it with Bullseye. All they did was change his threat level, and I think his health a little bit. And he's a strong 2 threat. Everybody's playing Bullseye. You know what I mean? Rocket's even played more now. Like, they did just a minor tune to him, and he's being played now. Like, so it's really close. But yeah, right now, Dr. Voodoo's just, he's just a brain dead character right now. Anybody can play him, anybody can use him. He's simple to play. Anybody can use this stuff and be decent with him. I think if you just make these changes, I think he'll still be effective. He'll still be good, but now the player has to figure out when to do this, how to do this, and play the game. All right, guys, that's it for me, guys. Take care. Like I said, dislike the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Give me your thoughts down below. Give me your thoughts on Dr. Voodoo. And answer my question down below. If a Brother Daniel token is on Black Cat and I see somebody else, can I just go ahead and do the possession, put it on somebody else while the Brother Daniel token is on Black Cat? I don't remember how that works. So please tell me. Have a wonderful, blessed day out there, guys. Keep playing MCP, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.